As a volunteer, we're responsible for keeping track of our own time. There is no time clock to punch. At the beginning of each month, when you click on the timesheet icon on your desktop, you'll receive a clear blank timesheet with your name on it, but there will not be a month. We'll record the months by entering the month and the day that we're working. So let us say that this is January 2nd, and we arrive at our job at 8 a.m. in the morning, and we're not quite sure how long we're going to work today, so we're not going to enter the 2 yet. But now we go to duty, and you notice on this side is a legend that has codes for the duties that we perform. And down below the duty is the where codes, and that corresponds to the duty and where that are here on the spreadsheet. One of the duties that we perform every day is the courthouse run, and so we can enter that as B. Courthouse run is right here, DA and courthouse and agency run. We take stuff to the county courthouse for both the district attorney and circuit court. We do municipal court. We go to juvie. We sometimes go to state police and the sheriff's office, probation. So that is all included under the B here. So because we're out and about, there isn't a permanent where. So right down here in the where code, we have that is also a B. So we're going to put in the B. And then we're going to put the number of hours that we performed that duty. So now we are ready to go to the next function that we will do. So we go back to duty code. Now notice that I am only putting in one code per function that is performed. If we go and do the courthouse run and also deliver packages to be mailed, deliver other things, we do not put both codes in one slot. We only put one code in, and if the time is 1 hour, then we divide it between what the functions were that we did. So let's say that we had to do delivery. So we're taking something, so delivery is E, see that right here, and the where code is D this time for delivery because we're out and about, and we can even designate what that delivery was and add what time that took. So note now that I'm putting in a part hour. 0.5 is the only part hour that is acceptable. If we cannot do less than a 0.5, and if you're using more than a half hour or 0.5 an hour, round that up to a full hour. So the only two numbers that should appear over here are either whole numbers or a 0.5. Okay, so we have used an hour and a half this morning. We had a staff meeting this morning, so we're going to enter that as F, and the location of that was at the police department. Down here in the where codes is C, and we're going to say monthly meeting. And since they get carried away, those always take at least an hour. So now we have been here for 2.5 hours this morning. Okay, after the meeting we had to have some training. So we did G for training, and the location of that training was again C at the police station. And radar training. And that took an hour and a half. And okay, so now we have entered our 4 hours here. So if we were to go home at noon today, we could end this day and we would add here 12 o'clock. Okay, and so that would be all for today. So the next time we show up for duty, we enter that appropriate day. So let's say that is the 5th of January. And then we will put in our time in. And then start recording our duty. Now it is important to do two things. It is important to be sure that when you leave this timesheet daily, that you save it. So anything that you've entered for the duties that you performed, you save the timesheet. So at the end of the month, Your timesheet can be totaled and then grouped with the other timesheets, and your hours will be recorded separately and as a group. And the duties that we performed will be recorded. And so keep in mind that it is only one duty code. If you are multitasking, separate the codes out by the time that you think you did it. You don't have to be 100% accurate. And remember to round up if what you've done is more than a half hour. You can record a half hour duties, but if it's more than a half hour duty, round it up. Be sure that you use these codes so that they're appropriate, and use the where codes. At the end of each month, the timesheet for each of the volunteers are merged together and then sorted by duty, then totaled, and these duties are recorded on the end of the month report. Note that the individual hours are also recorded for each month. Then this graph is created automatically by entering those numbers, and these graphs are submitted to the officers at the police department so that they can track the hours that the volunteers do and exactly what duties they perform. Thank you for volunteering at the Klamath Falls Police Department.